According to Mr. Peter Obi, subsidy is an organized crime. Listen to him speak on subsidy.
I'm not talking about transactional private sector driven, genuine private sector driven. Cost of governance. I don't need to tell you more about cost of governance, except to go and verify what happened in Anambra State. That is all I can tell you. I have an allergy for waste. As a person. And the same thing will apply in government. So, when it comes to issue oil theft, I've said it before, there's no way under my watch we will not find solution to oil theft. It's impossible. Even when we talked about what ASU is demanding, that everybody is asking for money. ASU asked, it was 2009, almost 13 years ago, that this agreement was reached by government. And I know it was about 1.3 trillion, out of which Jonathan's government paid 200 billion, remaining 1.1 billion. 1.1 trillion. Let's say that is the situation. The waste, the stealing, would have paid that since. With effortless ease. Look at our oil tax. At a time we critically need every single resources. In July, we are the only country in the world that is not meeting our OPEC production, except Venezuela, because of sanctions. In July, you know, if our production was 1,083,000. So in July, we have 717 shortage daily. Multiplied by 31 days is 22,227,000 barrels. On the average pricing of oil in July, it is 110. So we lost $2,445,000,000 in 1 month. Even like you said about their rate, which I mentioned when I talk about rates, the official rate, which you said is not available, is 410. The real rate is 690. So if you put 690 and 5 and 410 is 1,100. Let's use the average, 550. If you multiply $2,445,000,000 with 550, it will give you 1,344,750,000,000 naira. And we are still owing, and we cannot, and we are owing ASU 1.1 trillion. 1 month stealing. It can't continue. In month of August, it became worse. Our oil supply in month of August went down to 975. So for month of August, we are losing 825 barrels per day. 825,000 a day. Multiplied by 31 days of August. It will give you 25 million. I said it, even in CNN. One is that 50% of the subsidy is corruption. That will be dealt with decisively. 2 is that you are aggressively start immediately the issue of any way you can to ensure local refining, through modular, through all forms of this, and ensure simply that those private sector delivery, not government, private sector supporting them. When you remove it, you're going to have that resources to be able to support private sector-led corporations or individuals that want to go into that field, support them and ensure that the finance are put in as quickly as possible. We are oil producing country. Supply them crude in naira. They refine it for domestic consumption. I've said before, we have to stop dollarization of our economy, especially the domestic economy. Under my watch, the emphasis on dollar, if you must operate here, you must charge naira. If you want to charge dollar, you wait and meet us in international space. But here, no dollar charge and no dollar expenditure for government again. We will deal with dollar, we'll use it to engage other countries, we'll use it to do everything. But here, we've seen where that have led us, where airlines charge Nigerians more than they charge from other countries. It will not happen under my watch. What you charge in A is what you charge here, or you go. If we are going to trek to your country, we trek. Because we have to deal with all those issues. So I assure you, subsidy will not be there. And when you remove subsidy, what does subsidy do today? Subsidy is one of those things that are impacting today in your inflation. Because you have huge money being thrown, expensive of money to supply in the system to deal with deficit budgeting of paying for subsidy. You need to remove it. If you remove security today, if you deal with security today, and your farmers go back to farm, and food prices come down, you remove subsidy and deal with corruption, your inflation will come down.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and turn on your notification bell. Thank you.